I believe that you can pass sqe1. First, second, third attempt, you can do it. I'm making this video literally because I saw this pass rate and I was like, I need to put some encouragement out there. Yes, it's hard. There is a lot of reading for this exam. There's a lot of studying for this exam. And I'm not gonna lie, the difficulty can bring in negativity. There's a very strong negative narrative around sqe1. A lot of fear mongering, a lot of people are, you know, understandably upset about not passing the exams or talking about how hard it is. And I'm not gonna lie, I was definitely one of those people talking about how hard it was. The day I went to the assessment center, I was really excited, to be honest with you, but that didn't take away the difficulty of the exam. Before, during, and after, I was like, this exam is tough, but that doesn't mean that it's impossible. sqe1 is not actually an exam of intelligence. If you don't pass it, like, it doesn't mean that you're dumb or that you can't pass it ever. It literally just means that with that set of questions that you had, you didn't hit the pass rate, and it is what it is. Like, you can try again. In fact, you have 3 attempts. Even still, there are other ways to qualify. But the point that I'm trying to make is, look, it's hard. The difficulty can dissuade people from even entering into the profession. But you've clicked on this video because you're seriously thinking about taking it, or you're already on your way to preparing. Prepare diligently. I think it's very easy to think this is one of those exams that you might be able to cram in a few days before or a few weeks before, but I do not advise doing that. Honestly, you're about to invest a lot of time and a lot of energy into doing these exams if you haven't already. And it's not just you taking the exam, it's actually you and your entire community. How you interact with people are going to change. What you say yes to is going to change. What you spend your time on is going to change. Like, you can't do what you used to do whilst you're preparing for sqe1. Like, it is what it is. It literally requires your total focus and attention. I did it whilst I was working, so it's not impossible, but I'm saying all of this to say that it is a sacrifice. It's heavy, but it's definitely worth doing if this is something that's in line with your career goals. If this is something that you really want to do, if, you know, you're really passionate about law, or honestly, you might just be doing it to be a qualified lawyer to get a pay increase. Like, there's so many different reasons why people take this exam. But just understand it's going to be hard work, and that's not a bad thing. You come out of that exam with so much knowledge. Like, honestly, I feel like I know so much about so many different areas of life. And it was hard to say no to some things. In this journey, I've said no to, I want to say a few social events, but like once in a lifetime social events, in order to dedicate this time to focus, to lock in, to make sure that I don't get distracted by looking to the left and to the right. And I'm not saying that if you don't pass, it's because you didn't put in enough effort. What I'm saying is that it's a cost, and the price is high, and it's not just a financial cost. The toll on your energy, you know, expectancy of being misunderstood. Like, when you do these exams, people are not going to understand how intense these exams are unless they've done it themselves. Anyone who's done the anyone who's done the LPC, anyone who's qualified, you know, via alternative means, I think it's called, anyone who's gone down the Silex route, like, these are all different ways that you can qualify. Those are nothing like sqe1. Anyone who's done another exam like accountancy, or even, you know, in the STEM subject, it's not the same. Like, I don't think it's not even the same as the New York bar. It's literally in a league on its own, and that doesn't mean that it's like the most challenging out of everything I've just listed. I just mean the way they test the content is unlike any other exam, in my opinion. And it's not just the fact that it's multiple choice. Like, it being multiple choice does not make it easier. I think I'm just here to say that it will be worth it in the end. Like, the feeling of, you know, having passed after you've put in all of that work. And listen, you might have a few tears. I had quite a lot of prayers, not just from me, but from the community around me. I needed so much support, but also like space to study. People who understood that I couldn't show up for them in the ways that I usually do. And it's just part of the journey. Like, some people were able to gallivant outside and, you know, keep up with their normal social commitments whilst they were preparing for sqe1, and that might be the case for you. I'm not saying that you should like lock yourself in a room for months on end until you do the exam, but I am saying to dedicate yourself to this. I am saying to put the work in. I am saying to read the textbooks, every single page. I am saying practice as much as you're able to. I am saying this might require you to change your sleep schedule. This might require you to adjust your gym time. This might require you to change your diet even, because diet, stress, sleep, everything is so interconnected. Don't give up in the place of transition from knowledge to actual exam. Don't die in the in-between. Don't be overcome by the amount of negative media that's out there. I'm not saying this because I passed the exam. I'm saying this because that pass rate is discouraging. And every single video that I saw online was about how, like, you know, terrible it is. And it is terrible. So many people who are about to sit those exams are also going to see that and be discouraged. So what can I say to those people? I'm saying this, like, do as much as you're able to do. Find out different people's strategies, swap things out that don't work, but this is something worth investing your time in. One of the things that really helped me to focus on these exams was honestly to zoom out. Like, in the grand scheme of things, this is a year, or I prepped for a year. For some people, it's 6 months. This is a relatively shorter period of time in your life. Like, you can make a few adjustments to feel confident when you walk into that exam, because I'm telling you for free right now, going and doing that exam is honestly 90% confidence. Having the ability to not go back and change your answers or second guess yourself and then you end up picking the wrong answer. Like, yes, you need to know the content. Yes, you need to be able to answer the questions quickly, but you also need to be confident in the knowledge that you have going into this exam. So you can do it. You have the ability to do it. You've gotten this far. You have a degree, I'm assuming, or you have some level of education which displays that you can do this and that you've done some academic commitment before. You're capable of doing this exam and passing. To get to the next level, overcoming this exam might be it. Like, this is something that you kind of have to do if you wanted to qualify as a lawyer in the UK using the sqe route. And I would strongly suggest that you think about why you're doing this. And I really hope your why isn't just because you've spent money on the exam and you want to be this lawyer who earns 200k, because that motivation might not be strong enough to bring you through those exams. Or maybe it is, and there might actually be a reason even behind that. Like, maybe you want that kind of salary to live a better lifestyle, to provide for your family and your household. Like, those are things that can help keep you going. I literally convinced myself. I had a balloon in my apartment. I'll put it up on screen. And I literally said that I passed sqe1 first time, July 25. Months before I took the exam, months before I got the results, because I was like, I have to do this. Like, I don't want to do this exam again. I'm not doing this exam again. This is a one-time only thing. And for some people, that's not their story. For some people, they do it on their second attempt or their third attempt, or, you know, they go down a different route. Whatever it is, the goal at the end of all of this is literally to become qualified or to have the qualification status. I'm pretty sure that's why you're taking sqe1. But just remember that you've gotten this far and you haven't gotten this far for no reason. It's a lot of work, but it's so worth it. Do not rush into these exams. If you don't think that you're, quite ready yet, or you're not super confident, then just wait another 6 months. In addition to that, you will never be 100% ready. I know those two sound contradictory, but when you sit those exams, trust me, you'll understand. There is always going to be something new to learn. You're never going to be able to know 100% of absolutely everything. And if you do, you're probably a full-time student. Oh my gosh, because work took so much out of me. But yeah, I think study according to your energy levels, drink some water, and please work out, like, keep active. Don't just, be trapped in your own space by yourself, and really just be encouraged that it is possible. Yes, it's challenging and there's a lot of whispering on socials, but stay focused. You can do this.